So loonie, so we had a nice start. And then we were sitting there, he said, what do you do about the killing? That was $40. And he said to his wife, would you give $10? He said to his son, would you give $10? He said to me, would you give $10? And he said to himself, I put $10 in. So I picked up that bake, I put it in the sausage, and shortly after that I had a birthday party and I explained our project, and pretty neat everybody went home with a box of sausage for a donation. I didn't charge for it, I left it up for the people. And I ended up with over $300 for that pig. And then I spoke to another friend, and I said, this is the project, can you help me out? And for the $300 I bought 3 other pigs. And the killing was donated, and I made this in sausage. And one of my friends, that I know he's not looking for lifting him up or anything, but he just had a butcher, a beef butcher, and he said, I like 2 boxes of sausage and I give you a quarter of beef that you can sell too. So that was wonderful and a wonderful support. The whole deal worked out that I have $920 cash for it. Thanks to generous people.
Amen. Reminded that, do that? Not sure. Sure.
Over the last couple of years, I've done yard sales and different things for fundraisers. So I thought, if I'm going to use my talent, I guess this is it, right? So, Ian and I together did a yard sale, and we came up with $800. And then we also did a small endeavor on the side where we had mason jars, and we got people to match our loonies in the community. So we had $39 from that one, so it was $850.
Well, I didn't do quite as good as these guys did, but I had a lot of fun doing
Before
it.
we go further, remember this is not about volume, this is about just doing it for God's glory, okay? Let's keep it in mind for God's glory. Whatever, even $1, even if your loonie comes back all on its own, it's still $1. So,
Well, what we looked at, I had most of my fun at Tim Horton and around my family, where I promote the Christian. I just commented and said, I got paid to go to church one Sunday morning, and started it off, and I told everybody. And we grew a bag of change here at all town, but I think the best part was I got pennies, I got nickels, I had dimes, and everything given to me. A lot of them gave me tuning, and it was just great. But I thought the best part was I could talk about my Lord to them. And I was really what I really liked. And Barbara and I, we have $52.67 when I count the loonie back. Very good.
Well, Eric and I pooled our loonies and thought what we could do with it. And we decided that we have what we call fruit days at our house, where we bring up truckloads of fruit from Niagara. And people, when they come by, we thought we could do something at that point. So on those hot days, we made lemonade and just asked for a donation, and sometimes we made muffins too. So we sold lemonade and muffins and raised a little bit to help Shane and Karen.
very good. Anyone else over here? Anyone else?
I wasn't sure what to do when I got this tuning, but a lady said to me, why don't you sell your stuff, like your fruit from home and try to make money from it? So we have this plum tree, and Jim and I were sick. We couldn't pick when the fruit was ready. We were both really sick. And so he had talked to these friends of ours that hosting at a market, and she said, oh, we'll come and pick them for you. And so we said, well, you can have the fruit that you pick. So she picked the fruit, they picked fruit for themselves, and their whole family came and they really enjoyed it. They said they had never done that before. And then, so they loaded up their van like with some of the fruit. And so we were just going to let them have it. And then the man says, oh, no, I want to pay you. So that goes to Karen and Shane.
Very good. Anyone, I think Joan had used it. Oh, it's,
We have different spokes.
oh,
Kristen's going to be here.
The Cornish family and Joan, we all pulled our dollars and we did 4 different things. First of all, we passed a change jar around the Sunday school class and we had a bake sale. And then Joan and I both recited 1 Corinthians 13:4-7 to Mrs. Southwood. We got some money from that. And then we also sold pop. And altogether we came with $150.
anyone else?
We pooled our money as a family, and we did the bought some cheap pop. Boys were in soccer, so it worked well. On the hot soccer nights, they were selling pop, and then we moved into some ice cream. And I have to confess that once soccer faded, we kind of faded off badly too. And I have to confess that because I felt guilty about it. I kept thinking about it. And the pop and stuff that did get left, the boys were not allowed to drink themselves without contributing, so that helped. And we did manage to turn our $4 into 60, so that was
Carol Ann? Yes, she's on. Okay.
I'll go for it. On the goodness of your heart, you took some spare bulbs and donated to that, and I sold some garden produce, and I collected pennies, so I got a little bit here too.
Anyone else yet? Okay.
It's totaled on the other one.
And we are doing this for God's glory, but doesn't it feel good in the heart though to do it for each other, and just how many are working together too? First of all, I just had a bag here that, when Greg was asking for any loose change sitting on the house, this bag full came from Marie, and I added up actually, it was $6.22 in that little pot, Marie. And Wayne and I kind of worked together with the first loonie. I made a phone call actually, and using our talents, Liz asked if we would be interested in doing some catering. So that's what Wayne and I did, and we just asked for a donation for Shane and Karen. So that was the first thing that we had done. I made a phone call to her. That's where my loonie was used, and Wayne did his in a different way.
I was asked by somebody in the community here if I would do the chores for a week, so they just paid me so much to come over here twice a day and to feed their horses and goats and whatever. So I decided that I would take my gas money out of it, and then I would donate half of what they gave me towards changing their horses and goats.